just huge name, just absolute superstars. It was just a really deep group, a lot of young guys. It was a great experience for a lot of those guys to get out there in that setting, and it's good to see some of those guys be able to make plays and really kind of put an exclamation mark on the type of spring we had offensively.
You guys have talked a lot about Schuster this spring. The fans got to see today what he can do.
Yeah, Nick is a guy, I think has been one of the MVPs of the overall spring. Got a great opportunity with Deshaun being out. That's the positive of it, is it gives other guys opportunities. We're going to need Nick next year as we go into the season. Very few times do you get through a season with just one guy, and I think there's a lot of confidence by not just the coaches, but even more importantly the players, that Nick can go in there and execute, and we don't have to change what we're doing offensively. So very pleased with Nick, and we knew that he had ability and talent. It was really just a situation with him putting in the work and really getting serious about it. And sometimes you don't know until you give guys those opportunities, and Nick got that opportunity this spring, and really did a great job, and really pleased with him overall.
I've seen a lot of guys, a lot of reps. Get voice of players you see to take the next step in the summer.
Yeah, it's a big summer really for a lot of those guys. We've got a lot of young guys at just about every position. You think about offensive line, we've got 8 guys that are within their first, 2 years of eligibility, and it'd be a big spring for those guys, taking the next step in the weight room strength. And then, skill positions, every position, wide receiver, running back, tight end. That's what makes it fun, is, I don't feel like we're just building a team for 1 year. I feel like we've really got a strong foundation that, these guys are going to be around here for several years. And, it's just part of the process. We kind of ended the spring part, and now it's kind of the get ready phase, getting ready in summer. So all those guys, we'll have meetings with every player on offense. We'll meet and with their coaches, and we'll talk about their spring performance and also what our goals and expectations are for them this summer.
From the standpoint, kind of fit my philosophy and what I believe in. So they're really, really good young men, and as a result of that, they compete. And they understand that when their opportunity presents itself, you got to take advantage of it, and you always got to be prepared for your opportunity. But this summer's going to be big. They all got an opportunity to transform their bodies and get ready for when we kick it off in August, so that we can really go compete to see how the depth chart's going to play itself out. But I got a great group of young guys, and they're all competing. They're all a little bit different, but they're all buying into that. They got to run the offense this year. And we're starting to see, like you asked a question about C.J. Davis, and we've seen C.J. become more consistent in understanding the zone and pressing the line and being explosive. So it's good because they all push each other. But we got a lot of work to do, but it's good to have a little bit of that.
How they doing, especially a lot of them are guys now that are going their second, third year, how they doing in the other things, such as pass pro and things of that nature?
Well, I didn't notice many issues. I don't think they had as many sacks, and the guys just turned loose. So they're all doing a good job there. They all have a willingness. They all got things technically that they got to continue to work on. They're doing well in there. You saw Tyshawn being a factor out of the backfield. You saw Zach catching the ball out of the backfield. So they're all progressing, and they understand that they got to be complete players. That their number one job is to protect the ball, which is a little disappointing that we put one ball on the ground. And then we got to protect the quarterback. Those are the 2 most important jobs of the running back. They bought into that, and they're growing in those areas.